Well, we're here this evening in Clare Street in Ballyhaunis, and I'm sitting here next door to a gentleman by the name of Mohammed Sherbachi. Not a Ballyhaunis name, Mohammed.
It's Paddy Mo I'm known as.
Paddy?
At this stage.
Paddy Mo?
Paddy Mo.
Okay. So, would say, where's your background?
Okay, well look, originally, Martin, first of all, you're welcome
Thank you.
to North Foods.
Thank you.
And as I suppose that now we're Syrian Irish at this stage.
Okay. Excellent. Okay.
You know, we're from Ballyhaunis. The kids are born in Ballyhaunis. So I'm a proud Ballyhaunis man.
Okay. That's an important factor here too, because would say, if I was talking to one of my friends and you passed the other side of the road, they'd say, "Who's he? Oh, he's a Syrian," you know. But you're not actually Syrians, because I remember when some of you were born in Ballyhaunis.
Yeah.
Some of your family was born in Ballyhaunis, and now you have children.
That's the amazing thing. We have in my family there's 6 kids.
Okay.
2 were born in Castlebar.
Okay.
And I have 3 kids born in Castlebar.
Okay.
So we're Mayo men.
Okay. And we were just chatting before the video, actually. Mohammed just reminded me that I knew his father very well, who passed away very recently, and I'm sorry about that. But he told me that he's buried his father and his grandfather here in Ballyhaunis.
In Ballyhaunis graveyard, yes.
So, like, you're not Syrians anymore, you're Ballyhaunis people.
So I don't know if we can say it's Syrian Irish or whatever it is, but I know. Look, we're proud Ballyhaunis people. We're part of the community, and you know, this is our home.
Okay.
There's nowhere else.
Now, I just noticed here, you can't see it, but up on the wall here, there's a load of soccer pictures, and behind Mohammed.
I'd actually love to show. Maybe
yeah. Okay. Well, why not? Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just grab one of them, and we can just show it to them.
Okay. What's that?
So this is going back to 2006. There was Super Value, Ryan Super Value were doing a competition.
I organised that.
There?
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah.
Great. So yeah, we got together. There was a couple of different, I think there could have been, I don't know, maybe up to 10 different groups.
Yeah.
And we organised, myself and the lads, the brother and his uncle here.
Yeah. That was up at the rugby club in Ballyhaunis.
Yes.
We had a league playoff and everything else. I remember it well. Yeah.
So we didn't win that day. I think we came second.
Okay. Just as good.
But, yeah, it was good. And there was a competition run by FAI a few years ago, and we were part of it. Now this one we did win.
Okay. Excellent.
So this is going back 2019, spring of 2019.
Okay.
And yeah, we like
Okay.
football or soccer.
Yes. Yeah. So, like, that's another part of the community where you've integrated, and you're part of the community now. We were up at the soccer pitch last week, and the amount of people over there that weren't necessarily born in Ballyhaunis, but it's integrating yourself into the community by getting involved in the sport.
A number of years ago, I got involved myself and a couple of people. Chris Pratt, actually, the teacher as well.
Yes.
And there was a few. Jarlath was with us as well. Anyway, we got together. We helped kind of reset up Ballyhaunis Town Football Club. And yeah, I was proud to be part of that setup initially. So it was great. Anyways, it was great. And now my kids, I brought them into underage.
Very good.
A few weeks ago, to be part of the club as well.
So just what age are your kids now?
13.
13.
They're twins.
Okay.
So yeah, they love it, and this is the thing. This is their home.
Yeah.
They don't know. They haven't seen anywhere else.
Okay.
And I know sometimes you pass by, what you just said. Oh, they're the Syrians or they're Pakistani.
Yeah.
It is a label, but really, this is our home.
Yes. Yeah.
This is our home.
This is important because people don't realise how long you were around, and that's a lot of you are born in Ballyhaunis now, and that you're natives of Ballyhaunis and Ireland and part of the community.
Yeah.
Now, I suppose the next step then would be your family's taking the step of going into business. Now, this is a big challenge. The company you've set up is Noor Foods.
Yes, my dad. Well, look, you know yourself. The Syrians probably started. We were discussing it back in the 80s, and it was all part of the halal at the time. But the family business is in the sausage making, natural sausages and all that. So back in the 80s, then every person brought his family over, and that's where it all kind of started. So back in 2000, in 2000 or 1999, my dad decided, okay, I want to set up my own. I'd say we would have been probably the first halal butchers. Apart from halal, I think there was no halal at the time.
Okay.
So he took the decision. He wanted to set up his own butchers. You probably know it, the shop anyway.
Yep.
And fair play to him, because he had, he wasn't educated, or he left maybe junior cert and he left Syria, came over here, totally different language, different area, different place. But he was ambitious.
Yeah.
Very ambitious, and yeah, he set up the company. Now I was old enough; I was in school and college at that time, so it was all him to kind of start from scratch. And he set up a company called Noor Foods.
Okay.
He sat down. I remember sitting down. What we're going to call the new company, and his eldest daughter is called Noor.
Very good.
And Noor in Arabic stands for brightness.
Okay.
And he said, yes, we'll go with Noor Foods.
Yeah, it's a lovely catchy
So
name.
he upset 5 kids, and one of them
Oh,
was
yeah.
happy.
Okay, excellent. But isn't it amazing? Like I knew your dad very well. I worked with him up in Halal in the old days, and he didn't come across as an incredible businessman or anything like that. But isn't that really a story in itself, that anybody can just get up and take the bull by the horns, as we say here in Ireland, and follow your faith in yourself.
Your dreams, or I look, anyone can do it, but you just need to have the determination to do it. Even think about it. We're 3 brothers, and sometimes we think about it. He was 30, 35 maybe when he moved over, and imagine starting totally new life at that age.
Yeah.
And then when you're 40, 45, starting a new business. That's just something special. But look, I was studying in college, and I became an accountant as well. And then he got sick, maybe around 8-10 years ago. And I had to take the decision then, and I got married as well. Take the decision, do I get into business or look after the family business? And look, I said, okay, let's take the decision on it.
Okay.
So yeah, I started with him to expand it then, from butchers, which was originally butchers kind of serving locality, into now an approved premises to service not just Ireland but even Europe as well.
Excellent.
So it's been a great ride, a tough ride in the last number of years.
So we'd say you have the brochure there, but we'd say, what products do you produce here?
Okay, well, all our meat, I know when we say halal, but it's all our meat, very important, say it's all sourced locally.
Excellent.
So all our meat, the lamb, beef and chicken, it's all locally. Especially the lamb and beef, it's all from the west of Ireland.
Excellent.
So we get them slaughtered in the halal way, and basically we bring the carcass. We don't slaughter ourselves here in Ballyhaunis. There'll be other approved premises we slaughter in. But we bring in good quality beef and lamb into our place here. You've seen the facility inside. So we cut them up to order. So if you're dealing with hotels, if we're dealing with restaurants or takeaways, we get them cut and prepared to order. So if you wanted your fillet steak, you want your strip loin steaks or your mince, or different, and we cater for different occasions. Sometimes we got a call from Dublin Hotel. They were doing a wedding for a Muslim family, could have been, but they specifically said we want halal. I think it was halal steaks and halal burgers. And yeah, we got a phone call, and it was a strange one from Dublin, But yes, the attitude towards Muslims or even halal meat is changing. I mean, I grew up, I think my dad was the only shop serving halal meat. But now there's people requesting it all over Ireland.
Okay.
Which is great.
And is your main market in Ireland?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 90% you could say probably in Ireland.
Okay.
And then we do have 1 or 2 customers abroad in Sweden, France, Germany, and UK.
Okay. And how do you ship? Is it small consignments, part consignments?
It'd be a pallet consignment.
Okay.
A pallet load. So
Okay.
yeah, that's okay. But that's the next thing we'd like to get into. Maybe move into a bigger premises and expand with maybe locate more customers in France, Germany, UK. There'll be more potential, I think, and improve, and maybe hopefully we can take on more people as well.
Okay. And you have some staff then as well?
We have up to 10 staff at the moment.
Excellent. Okay.
Some part-time, some full-time. We had to kind of scale down the last maybe year due to
COVID and everything else, yeah. That dirty word, yeah. Okay. But I have to say, like, you're very discreet here in that if I didn't know you were here, I wouldn't know you were here, if that makes any sense. And all of a sudden you have this production area here.
That's
and
right,
I've
yeah.
seen it.
We're not at retail as such. We're more wholesalers.
Okay.
So we don't target the private customers
Okay.
or man on the street basically.
Okay.
Our target would be wholesale, like shops, butchers, hotels, takeaways.
Okay.
And even recently now we got contacts from integration centers or like refugee centers.
Yes.
So that's something that we've been targeted because we supply all halal products.
Okay.
So they've been contacting us, and that's been really great. It's expanding as well.
Okay.
So that's something that we're targeting at the moment as well.
I suppose the other thing I see then is it's a family business really. You've your family involved.
The one thing about it, and that got us through this pandemic, was the family.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the staff were sick, or some of them were unable. But I think the family, the fact we're in Ballyhaunis and we have a good knit family, we got through it, thank God. And in the midst of all this, my dad passed away in November last. So it was really, really hard and difficult. But look, thank God, alhamdulillah, we went.
But going back to your dad again, the more I think about it, like a man to come over from Syria, set up home in Ballyhaunis, get employment in Ballyhaunis in a country that doesn't speak his language, and then to go on and set up business, it was some achievement for him.
I think the fact that he left the factory
Yeah.
and decided, okay, I want to do my own business. I admire him for that.
Yeah.
I'm 40, and to think about going to a new country
Yeah.
altogether,
A different language.
and
Yeah.
set up a
Yeah.
company from scratch.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. So remarkable what he done, and we're very grateful for him. And you know what? He set up a great foundation for us.
Yeah.
His kids and his grandkids.
Yeah.
And he's well known in the Muslim community, really well known,
Yeah.
and respected as well. So
So where to from here? The plan from here is to expand, maybe increase your capacity.
I think the plan is to locate another premises, maybe on the outskirts of Ballyhaunis, and then move to new premises. And hopefully, I mean, our target will probably double where we are now.
Okay. How have you found Ballyhaunis? Would say I talk about since you came, but you'd have been very young when you came to Ballyhaunis.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what your first memories are, but would say life in general. Have you found life in general good in Ballyhaunis?
Okay, my memories first. I was a small kid, and I remember queues here to the cinema and Midas.
Yes.
And I remember I said, when I grow up, I want to go to Midas. So when I did
Wow.
grow up, Midas was gone.
Gone, yeah. The Midas touch.
There, yeah, I was gone.
I know.
But yeah, I mean, the sad thing about it is, I grew up and Ballyhaunis was busier.
Mhm.
Okay, and I think we all probably know that.
Yeah.
It was busier. There was a lot of banks. There was a lot of pubs. There was a lot of activities, and even we had a swim pool active, an
Yes.
open swim pool as well.
Yeah.
But now looking back, we're part of Ballyhaunis, and I would love to see more kind of activities, more innovation happening in Ballyhaunis.
Okay.
I just feel as a Ballyhaunis man that we're losing out a lot.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. I think myself though, I think it's a problem with rural Ireland that would say everything's gone virtual now. My kids buy stuff online. I'm sure your kids probably aren't
Yeah.
old enough yet, but I'm sure you buy stuff online yourself. And the traditional thing of Joe coming into town Tuesday and Friday or Sunday, whatever, for mass and doing his shopping in town, that's nearly a thing of the past. In my own case, we used to get a lift in with the neighbour in the back of a van to come into mass on Sunday.
Yes.
Like, That's all gone. Things are gone virtual now, and the old days of people culminating in little country towns, that's in the past, and maybe we have to change our ways and do things differently.
Yeah. So that's just something that we're looking at, even for as a business side of it. We're looking at going online and selling meat online.
Yeah.
And we're in the middle of setting a new website to sell meat online, which is something we're working on at the moment. But apart from business, right, you're living here, you've got kids, Saturday, Sunday, you need some sort of activities, some sort of amusement for the kids. And that's something, anyway, as a Ballyhaunis man, I feel we're losing out. I mean, basic things like an AstroTurf pitch or a swimming pool. Now, I know we've invested a lot of money here, but it's frustrating because I grew up near here, do you know what I mean? And just basic amenities that we can provide our kids. Otherwise, if we stuck here, our kids, the next generation, they're not going to stick around. You'll end up with Ballyhaunis 60 plus.
Well, that's a fact in rural Ireland. You know, all over the country, like every rural village.
Because it's virtual, everything you were saying is gone virtual. Now, not everyone wants to live in the middle of Dublin and pay rents over the odds. But say you bring them to the rural Ireland, which is tranquility and peace and everything, but you need to provide this extra amenities and facilities for the kids. That's what I feel anyway.
I know. Again, part of this video project we're doing is to let people know what we have. There's lots of things we don't have, but we do have actually a good standard of employment, education, and a number of facilities. But there are a few things that are missing that we need to get. And I suppose the message from this video is there is lots of work, good education, good clubs and community groups.
We have a good national school which was developed recently, which was, I mean, brilliant facilities. And the Ballyhaunis Community School, again, my kids started last year, so I was there to see it. I went to it as well, but the new facility is brilliant. And they have an AstroTurf kind of pitch beside it as well, which is great facility for the kids. And I think they're running some courses, extra courses for adults and stuff.
Yes, they do that, education,
So there are good facilities. And in Ballyhaunis, say for the Muslim community, we have two facilities. We have the mosque that we all know of, and there's another facility which is like a school after...
in Turree.
In Turree. It's like an Islamic school to teach the Quran and to teach the Arabic. This is a very, very good positive. And hopefully we can, all communities get together to make it a better place to live in. And I think that's really important, and I'd love to be involved, whatever that needs to, whatever that needs to be done. I'd love to get involved with it as well.
Well, I'll hold you to that. But anyway, I think this has been very informative and very useful and very good, and I'm glad we caught up with you, and I wish you luck with Noor Foods. If there's anybody watching who is in the wholesale business of buying meat, I'm sure Noor Foods is. Have you
support
online?
Local.
Have you your online presence as well?
Yes, the website is there. We'll be working on developing the Facebook, Instagram. Now my kids love TikTok as well, so I'm just trying to get familiar with TikTok as well. But,
I'm trying to stay away from a lot of that stuff, really, but
but that's where it's going. This is where it's going. Look, thank you very much for coming in here and having this interview. It's great, and we want to make our home much better than what it is now.
That's what we're all trying to do. So look, on that note, I'd like to thank Mohammed for taking the time out to talk to us today, and I wish him luck with his future plans for Noor Foods, and hope himself and his family have a great life here in Ballyhaunis.
Thank you very much. Karamagat. Sana.